we can start.
Yeah, dear friends, dear colleagues, welcome tonight. Do you know what a Congress and diapers, you know, pampers, what they have in common? Do you know that? It's actually very, very simple. Either you look at the difficulties or you look at the vision. You know, for example, when you get a small child, you say, oh, the small child needs diapers. I will not be able to sleep all the nights. And it costs money. I cannot travel what I want. You know, I don't know. You see all these things. The same thing is with the conference. Conference is expensive. I have to leave my home. Nowadays it's not safe. And I have to travel. I don't know, hundreds of other things. I have to prepare a presentation. So that's one way to look at a conference and at diapers or pampers. There's another way. One is with the children, you are educating a human being, a world citizen, a future, well, president is not good today, but maybe a future professor, psychologist, whatever. Here's also the same. You go to a congress and it's really, it opens your perspective. It's a new, you get a new direction of your life. You can't wait to get there. Like when you have a small child, you cannot wait until it becomes bigger. You can see things, what is happening, to talk with the child finally. That's the same thing with the Congress. So really welcome tonight. And we want today to give something to the right side of your brain and the left side of the brain. Yeah, I am more for the right side, and then Katja and the organizer will say something to the left side of the brain, more some technical and organizational things then. Friends, when you know that our association, you saw that celebrated 2 days ago, 30th anniversary, 1996. Yeah. And Arno is also today here. I think we are the only ones from that time. Yeah, exactly. When was the first World Congress we had? 1 year later, in 1997, just 1 year later, we had already the first World Congress. So from the very beginning, these conferences and congresses have been a part of our, you would say, DNA. So really, it's a part of that what we are doing. And now we have already, I think, 25 or 26 international conferences. We had large ones, and now we are planning to have this large World Congress this year. If you would ask me in one sentence, what is this Congress about? I mean, there are many things to say, but on one hand, dear friends, bearing in mind the situation in the world, I would say this Congress is a political statement. It's a political statement of us that we build bridges between different cultures and countries, that we believe in the good of the people. We believe that professionals, science, psychotherapy can unite different people. As you know, we are expecting about people from 25 different countries to come to that Congress, 300 to 400 people. And but I think really, you know, the world situation is in a strange episode at that moment. So either I go home and I say the world is bad, or we do something. Like all of you, we are every day trying to do something. And I think such a conference, besides the scientific aspect and vacation and scientific aspect, really has a political aspect, but political in a societal political way. This is a statement that we don't give up. We try to bring people together. And if the presidents of these countries are fighting with each other, we are not fighting with each other. We want to meet, we want to share, we want to spend time together. So I think so it shows also that how courageous we are. Yeah, it would be very easy to say, no, forget it, and maybe in the future we will have that. But now there's a good news and a bad news. is some people love conferences. Like me, for example, I love conferences. I go there, I really smell the air and I like it. And some people just don't like conferences. You have to force them there, and then they say, I don't know anybody, and I don't know, my bed is not my own bed, and I need another pillow, and I don't know, it's another language, and I could sit with my patients. But for some others, this is really the highlight of the year. The highlight of the year, you go there, you meet there, and we are one of the, maybe special professions where we have such conferences. And we are not only IT guys sitting there on the computers also, or make this, I think, game conferences where some young people go, these gaming things. We go and meet people, meet them on the scientific level, the mental level, the emotional level, if you want spiritual level, and so on and so on then. And level is a good point. As you know, we are growing. 30 years ago, we were 7 people who founded this association. Today, we are 3,200. It's a little bit different, yeah? So therefore, we have to get a little bit more professional in that what we do. So it's not just like, you just come there and you get a tea and coffee. It's a little bit more professional. Therefore, we have this time, the conference is organized by a professional congress organizer, the firma Artion from Thessaloniki, Athens. And one of the major representatives is today here, Mrs. Zoe. Zoe, if you give a sign that they see you, this is Zoe who will be ready to answer also some of your questions. And so a lot of the organization goes to them, which hopefully, not only hopefully, which will make things for us easier and for you in a more professional way then. So you get your answer, they will help you, and then everything to that. Before we get to that, dear friends, let me just tell you that we have already a lot of colleagues outside of positive psychotherapy, who have already registered and are coming to the conference. Inside, they're a little bit slow. Yeah, inside they're slow. October is much time. Outside, these people are a little bit very good organized. So we have, it will be, for example, the largest delegation we have from colleagues from America coming there. And, we have, you saw this, Professor Jesti, founder of Positive Psychiatry, is coming. I mean, he's not the youngest man from California to come to Montenegro is a long way. Yeah. He's the future president of the World Federation of Psychotherapy. Then we have Professor Alfonso from New York, the president at that moment of the World Federation. We have some other colleagues who are coming. But why are they coming? It's not that they are bored and so on that then. Some of them were in our conference in Istanbul, 2 years ago. And they said this was such an atmosphere. We have never felt that at another conference. And this is not just Oriental politeness, or I say that. Yeah, people like Professor Jesti have been to hundreds of conferences, really hundreds of them for many, many years. But it says this atmosphere you had there, this was something specific. So they're coming again. So we have today, after 30 years of work, really, I think, an international reputation. And people are really interested to come to see what we want to, not only what we discuss scientifically, but to meet really, to feel that. Because very often in congresses, you feel lonely. You go there, you are one of many people, and you go to workshops, and then you go to your own hotel, and so on then. Therefore, one of the aspects of all our conferences, including this one, is to have the conference and the hotel at one place, which makes things much easier. So you just go there, everybody stays at the same hotel. You can go to your room if you want. You don't need to take a bus to go somewhere or this and that. This is really I've been in many conferences, like when you go to New York or so, you take the taxi, you take the bus, you take 45 minutes to get from the hotel to the conference. Here, it is everything in one. This is really all inclusive then. So it's a very special thing then. Before we show you some nice pictures, it took us, I think, 8 months to find this place, dear friends. And it's not just like we looked a little bit. We had 4 or 5 people, plus the company Artion. We were looking. We had so many options. Yeah, we trying this country. We had, I think, 5 or 6 countries looking at that. And then this was really the best option which came out. We will tell you later. I think personally, at least for me, it's really these conferences are a highlight, yeah, in my professional life. So when I look back, it's not of course, we see the patients every day and the seminar every day. This is nice, but these are not highlights. These conferences, these are the professional highlights. You go there like a large professional family which meets, yeah. So I think that's something very, very special. And as we discussed this morning, it's a little bit like an exotic event. Exotic, you meet people from 25 different cultures. They all work with the same method, but under different circumstances. You meet the Chinese gentleman who is working in the prison in China with the balance model. You meet the Ukrainian who in the middle of war does trauma therapy. You meet the colleagues from Ethiopia, how they apply this to that. You meet the, I don't know, from whatever. So this is the interesting thing. And we have also, again, this time, a whole group of translators who are not only online, who will be with us, yeah, who will be with us there, I think 4 or 5 languages. So you have these translators there. God bless them all, yeah, that really, and they will be busy the whole time and going for translations and so on. Then I've never been at a conference where they organize this kind of translations. There's not. Either you speak English or you die, yeah. Here you have translation, so that's really something, and good translators. This is also something, so don't forget that. So friends, this is I think really a great thing. So tonight we wanted to share with you some things. Katja, I think you have prepared a nice presentation. Do you want to start with that? And then I can add some things to that. Yeah. Or maybe first we start with company Artion, or maybe 2 or 3 slides from you. Yeah, maybe you show your first 2 or 3 slides, your nice video, and then we give to Artion, okay?
Okay, sure. Let me share this.
And then we get to all your questions, dear friends.
Yeah, I have to share again the full screen.
No problem.
Sorry, with Zoom you have to do it twice because they don't show. Now,
Katja?
Now you see the whole slide, right?
Now is the whole slide, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, this is the nice hotel. And
yes, on my background, yes. And here you can see the very nice photo where the Congress will be. So the host of the Congress, it's the World Association for Positive and Transcultural Psychotherapy, and our professional organizer team is Artion. The Congress will be, but I will remind you, from the 11th to 16th of October 2026. And the location will be Splendid Conference and Spa Resort. It's a 5-star hotel on the coast of Adriatic Sea. Very nice place, and you will see some more photos later. So to start actually with something encouraging, we decided to remind you how it was in 2019, because our previous Congress was 7 years ago already, almost 7 years ago, quite long period. And a lot of at that time we had how many 1,200, 500 members. And today we received a report that we have 3,200 members in our association. So most of our members have never met in this context, in these settings before, and this is really exciting. So let us remind you how it was in 2019, and you can use your imagination to extend the fantasy how it will be this year. Let me show. If there will be no sound, please let me know. So we showed you the non-official video, not the serious one, the fun one, because conference is always about two parts. One is about scientific program and some new things you learn from that, and also about meeting people and meeting colleagues and connect with them. So that's how it was in 2019. As Hamid mentioned, the first Congress was in almost 30 years ago, 29 years ago. Then the last Congress in Kemer, and also the previous one was also in Kemer. Also, two strategic meetings we had in Turkey. Therefore, we were thinking and decided to choose another location, not Turkey this time, to bring also something new, to let people explore the new location, the new country, the new experience. And this is really a very nice place, a very nice country with a very nice climate. In October, it will be still very, very warm, so you can combine it with your vacation if you wish. Some very basic things. Why we chose exactly Montenegro? Because it's comparably visa-friendly access for most of our members, not for all countries, unfortunately. It became more strict recently, but easier than other European countries, for example. So it's more affordable destination than other southern part of Europe. And as I mentioned, it's warm and comfortable climate even in the middle of October, so you can combine it with the rest as well. And about should I continue or you want to say something?
Or maybe we give to Artion, Katya, huh? And then we
Yeah,
come
yeah.
because they have to go earlier, huh? It's okay?
Yeah. Okay, let me finish only with this slide that
Please.
with the hotel. I mean that the hotel which I mentioned, where the Congress will be, all the program will be, and we suggest the participants to make a reservation for accommodation as well. It's Splendid Conference and Spa Resort, quite legendary place where a lot of famous people stay, where the very important events were settled, such as NATO, United Nations conferences, and other things. And it looks very nice. It has nice service, and from the Congress point of view, a nice equipment and rooms and everything to organize a nice Congress. This I mentioned. That's what Hamid also told, that in 80s or 70s, this Riviera where the hotel was situated was claimed as one of the most beautiful coastal destinations of the planet. So it's really a beautiful place with mountains from both sides. So you can enjoy it, and some pictures from the hotel.
Katya, go back.
That's it. That's the
Go
last.
back.
Go back.
Friends, Katya didn't tell you. All your friends have been there. Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie, Bill Clinton, and many other people have been at that place. So if they have been there, I think that's also a good reason to go there. So it's really a special place. Then I was there in December when with Artion, we looked at the hotel to see how it is and so on. Then it's really beautiful place. Then okay. Katya, then
and the very last thing, just some pictures from the Congress rooms, from the hotel, from the rooms, beaches. And there is also a big, quite nice kids area. So if you bring your children, they will have a special, even small city, small town to play with themselves. So I will pass the floor to Zoe.
And then, friends, our dear friend, we can say Zoe from Artion. So they will say now a few words, but mainly they are responsible for the organizational things, because often there are many questions: how to book the hotel, what to do that. I bring my husband, I bring the child. I have 2 children, 2 husbands, no husband, dog, no dog, all these things. Then visa, I don't know why that. For the head office, it would be too much work, and they are professionals, and it's always nice to work with professionals. So Zoe, welcome today.
Sorry, just one short thing before. Friends, I will show after Zoe and after questions to her, I will show you the website, the registration and abstract submission portal. We will go with all of you step by step how to register and how to submit the abstracts. So if you have questions regarding this part, how to do that, we will show you it later. If you have all other questions, please do not hesitate to ask us and Zoe. Thank you. Sorry, Zoe.
No problem. Hello, I'm Zoe. I'm very happy to be here with you. It's great that you gathered all together to share information about this Congress, which I'm sure will be amazing. The location is great. The hotel, as Hamid and Katya already said, is a very good venue, a great hotel for holidays, but at the same time with the best conference facilities. So we are here and we will be with you throughout the period before the Congress, and of course during the Congress and after the Congress, to support you with your registrations, payment, the booking of your hotel, any questions you might have regarding invoicing, how to book your hotel, what type of room is best suitable for you and your family, or your colleague, or because you might be traveling with a colleague and you want to share a room with him or her. So all these questions can be answered by us. If you need any assistance for the visa, we have local partners who know exactly what documentation is necessary for each country. we will bring you in touch, and we will assist you to that part as well. Our contact details, there is one email for any question that you might have, which you can find on the website at the contact page. All details regarding the registration, the fees, what is included, what is not included. I must say here that we have a very good rate for the hotel. It's a 5-star hotel, and our rate includes lunch, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So all your menus are covered. And well, yes, our contact details are on the website, and also all details regarding the registration and also the submission. If you have any questions regarding your submissions, in terms of is it well received? Did I fill in all the fields? Is there something else I need to do? When will I get notification of acceptance? You also write to us. So as a secretariat, as a professional congress organizer, we support both parts, the organization in terms of registration and the scientific program when it comes to the submissions platform and any questions you might have.
Zoe, if I may say, because you mentioned the price is of course also a question.
Yes,
and also
it's very
issue.
important because it's a
no question.
It's a luxury property, and our rate is very good.
Yeah. But I think that's important what you said. Is the price high? Yes. It's 1,300. It's for one person is a lot of money. But is it more expensive than other congresses? No. So I think that's also something which is very important because it's a hotel. So like a hotel vacation, all the nights with food and everything. Plus you have a congress with translators and scientific things and everything. So this together, we try to make it like so all together. So that's yeah, and this is the result of that. It's a little bit more expensive than it was 7 years ago, but unfortunately, you all know that in the last 7 years, the prices really have went up, and that was also one thing we discussed for a long time, and we're looking at many, many hotels. I don't know, 20, 30 hotels, Zoe, huh? I think we looked at them.
Yes, if we compare these rates with the average 5-star hotel rate in Central and West Europe, it's half the price. Yes.
Yeah. So is it okay if the people can ask you some questions if they have, or now it's good time?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So friends, if you have any question, now you can maybe you raise your hand, and then you can, if you ask any question or so, and then Katja will help them later with how to use this Congress website. But this is the thing. Maybe Zoe, I can say also to our colleagues, friends, there are. I know many of us live in cultures where you decide things quite late. Yeah, you decide. Also Zoe lives in Greece. She knows that. Yeah,
so I know that.
Then you have some Western cultures. They have sent already the abstract, booked the ticket and the airplane and everything. But we have to find a balance between East and West. The problem is when we register too late, dear friends, the hotel will give the hotel rooms then open to other guests also. At that moment, we could have the whole hotel for ourselves, which is also very nice. If not, you can still register later, but then you have to stay in another hotel and then travel forth and back. It's also possible, but here's a package. So I think therefore this is an important issue, and therefore we have to register soon, if not to say tomorrow morning. Yeah, so I think that's something, please bear this in mind, because the hotel reserves the rooms only, I don't know, not so long for us then. I think that's also something to bear in mind then, yeah.
And also we have some suggested excursions for accompanying persons, and also the Congress excursion, because I think it's very important when people travel for a conference to have the opportunity to see at least something from the destination. The Congress days will be full of scientific program. So it will be great if we could have enough participation to organize the Congress excursion in the area.
And
I will be in the meeting, and I apologize in advance for leaving earlier, but I will be in the meeting for the next 30 minutes. So if you would like to start presenting the forms, I can stay so that if there is any clarification needed.
maybe so some people asked how is how to get there. I think there are 2 or 3 different airports to get there. So
Yes,
this also on the
exactly.
website should be also no problem to get there then. And we also did it in an area where some of you can even travel by bus or by car. I mean, Kosovo for sure, but Bulgaria might do so, or some other countries. Romanian, I think, is planning to come with a bus or so. So there are also these ways, or if not, you can fly. Now let's see what Irina Uninets. Irina, you have a question?
Да, всем здравствуйте. Благодарю за
Yes, good
предоставленную
evening. Thank you so
возможность.
much for
Хотела
giving this
уточнить,
opportunity.
можно ли
I wanted to
приехать в ваш
clarify,
отель с
can
собачкой
I
мультипуд до
come
7 килограмм?
with the
Та порода,
small
которую
dog up to
разрешают в
7
салоне самолета
kilos? It
перевозить.
is multi-poo.
Есть ли у вас такая опция?
Is it possible?
Благодарю.
Zoe, what is with the dog in the hotel?
Okay, this is a question that I need to cross-check with the hotel, and I will have you the response soon. I believe that is a dog-friendly hotel, but I would like to confirm it for sure.
So let me write.
Благодарю.
Let me write you though later the Irina's email address so you can contact her
Yes,
directly
yes,
when
yeah,
you
I will.
with her. Okay.
Great.
Okay.
Thank you, Irina.
Благодарю. И тогда вопрос к Хамиду
Okay,
Пизушкяну.
thank you.
А
Then I
можно
have
ли
another
быть на
question to
конгресс с
Hamid.
этой же собачкой, если
Hamid,
вдруг
can
в
I come
отеле
to the
разрешают?
Congress with the dog
Можно
also? Because
будет
I
приходить
cannot
с ней
leave it
или нет?
in
Или
my
ее
room,
нужно будет оставлять
or
с
it is
мамой?
prohibited?
Well,
I
this
think
is also a question for me because it's in the same hotel. So this is why I want to cross-check, because sometimes they are allowed in the rooms, but not in the conference rooms. So this is why I want to confirm this part.
Irina, if the dog doesn't bite anyone and doesn't
Благодарю.
bark the whole time,
Не
but
будет.
yeah, but let Zoe clarify this with the hotel, and then we will inform you then. Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay. Richard, please.
Благодарю.
A quick question. From which airport is it easiest to get to the hotel? Is there transfer then from the airport to the hotel, or with a taxi or with a bus? Which will be best?
Yeah, I just
Well,
opened the slide with the airports, but Zoe helped me with the transfer. Yeah.
yes, we provide a transfer. You can book it via the registration form. It's the last page of the registration form before the payment. You can select if you want the airport transfer from Tivat, Podgorica, or Dubrovnik Airport. So from those 3 airports, you can book your airport transfer via the registration form.
If I just may say, Richard, for those who come from Germany, because we just organized this today, on Saturday, the 10th of October, is a direct flight, actually. It's not every day, but on Saturdays it is. From Frankfurt if you go from Frankfurt to Tivat, direct flight with Lufthansa. So that's also something good. You come one day earlier, which is nice then. So I guess if you can get to Tivat, it's good because it's the closest airport. If not, you go to Podgorica. But if not, you can always ask Zoe and her colleagues. Yeah, behind Zoe are about 6-7 people. Then, yeah, they all have different departments and they help with all these technical things. Then, one thing, dear friends, we did notice. One, we discussed about dogs and this and that. But the other thing is. One is the conference, but the other is the opportunity to also give a presentation. This is a nice thing. Those of you who have been at conferences know. For some others, it might be very exciting. The first time you give a presentation in front of other people from other countries, but it's a very important experience. You learn a lot, and there are also and it's not very complicated. You just have to think about an interesting topic. Yeah, Katja, I think how you get later to that, to this abstract submission. So to give a short talk, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, or 90 minutes then, yeah? What can you, so what is maybe something which is interesting you want to share with the other colleagues then, yeah? So please think also about that, and if possible, until the end of March, which is not long.
28 days left before the submission deadline, and 2 weeks after, the applicants will receive the confirmation of note is the abstract is accepted or not for the program. So you will have enough time to register. And on the website, I will show later how to do that. It's a very useful template you can use. You can just download it to your computer, fulfill with your information, and then go back to registration portal and submit the document. So it's quite easy, and everything is described there. What to write where to write your name, where the title, where the references, everything is there. I will show you.
Katja, there was a question about the price of that.
I can share also this.
The price is also, everything what we are telling you is on the website of the conference, so it's also good to take some time to look at that. So
here there are prices which are relevant till the 1st of May, so 30th of April. That's the early bird registration fee, which is 675. And if you choose shared room, so to live with someone else, double or triple, the price per all 5 nights where the Congress is there is 695. So altogether, registration, Congress package, all-inclusive translations, plus full board and accommodation will be 1,300 euros per person in shared rooms for these 5 nights. It's for this period from 11th October to 16th of October. So the plan is that you can come early, of course, but on 11th of October, there will be already a welcome eve. Then 4 full days, actually the Congress with the scientific program and some evening events. On 15th of October, we will have some sort of gala evening celebration. And on 16th of October, you can either check out and fly back or go back, or you can take an excursion day or free day or even more free days and lay on the beach and take some rest. So as you wish. But this price, 1,300, is for the period from 11th of October, to 16th of October. And what is included, what the registration cover, all the lectures, all the program preparation, all the materials, organizational part, coffee breaks, translations, keynote speakers, invited guests, websites, everything that you can imagine about the Congress. Yes, we can share this presentation with you. We will share, first of all, the record of this webinar or event in all languages in which we have translations now. So it will be on our YouTube channel. And in the description part, we will also add a link to this presentation so you can go back to it and check all the information you need.
And maybe, dear friends, as I mentioned, those of you who have been to our congresses know that, but for those who are the first time, these usual conferences are only scientific events. But in our case, really, we try this balance model to have something for body, mind, emotion, and the spirit or the soul. So really everything. One is that, of course, it's a place where you can really relax. And I would say really, maybe if you go there, it could also be your annual vacation. Yeah. So you don't need in summer to spend a lot of money because this conference is also expensive. So this is a place which also has a relaxing aspect, body, swimming pool and this and that and beach. Then, of course, for the mind, the presentations, and it's not like only, like long lectures which are boring. It's a lot of workshops, short presentations, mixture with translators. So that's a very nice thing you would see. So nobody gets tired about that. The evenings usually are more or less free. That's also something we have done the last new, so that the evenings are free to get to know to people and this and that. You meet a lot of people, and then also it's a wonderful, really place also to relax. So really it's so I see it really, of course, for me, maybe it will be not so much vacation, but I think it's really like on summit. It's like a vacation. Some people even bring their families with them. Yeah, families with them. You have to see, depending on how good is the relationship in the family. But so that's a good opportunity for that.
Yeah, we have questions about CPD points. And I wanted to mention that there will be approximately 30 CPD credits, because we don't know exact numbers until we submit this. But there will be both CPD points from WAPP and CPD points from Medical Chamber in Hessen, Germany. So both in both ways it will be accredited. And also there will be keynote speakers, well-known people in the area of mental health, psychiatry, and psychotherapy. You probably saw them from our announcement, and some other colleagues also outside of positive psychotherapy, with very interesting topics. And of course, there is a question about the topics from Janet. Later, when we will go to the website, I will show you where to find the list of thematic areas, let's say, and you can get inspiration out of that if you are considering to submit the abstract. So I will show you where you can find this and check what is suitable for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Valeria, yes, the flight is not included in the price. So the price included the Congress itself and the accommodation and full board, but not the flights or any bus, oil, gas, what you use.
Zoe, I know your company organizes a lot of conferences worldwide. How many conferences you organize per year, approximately?
Oh, well, around 15, 20, and we're a company who we also had our 30th anniversary last year. And we organize events in all parts of the world. So, for example, our next Congress now in April will be in Curitiba, Brazil. Then we go back to Greece, to Athens. We go to Montenegro. We go to Warsaw, Poland. We travel around the world. So we have experience with all the cultures, all the conference cultures in the different countries, and we know what we should best take care of, what to watch out for, and to advise the delegates for the best.
Yeah. So if you summarize up, so the hotel is an excellent hotel, more than 5 stars, really not possible. The conference organizer is a very experienced one. It's there. What we need are the participants, and for the scientific program, dear friends, are we responsible ourselves? So if you really bring some nice presentations, the bad news is there are only approximately 100 slots, so 100 places for time slots for presentations, yeah, which is also limited. So therefore, it's good to really think about that. Maybe you can give a presentation with another colleague together. That's also a good idea. Don't be afraid. And if you're afraid, start with a small presentation, 15 minutes. Sometimes it's more difficult to speak short than to speak long, yeah? So really have this. So I think that's also a good opportunity. Enver.
Yes, hello to everybody. I want to bring the issue about the prices, not from myself personally, but from our students. You know that the Kosovo is very close to Montenegro, and our people know very well the Montenegro, and they would like to attend, like in the past. Usually around 10-15 of our students came attended in the conference, in the congresses, and but these times they are a little bit surprised with two different prices, which with accommodation they are quite common. They have no so much complaints, but they have the complaints with another part, with the registration fees, which is very surprising for them, because some of the students who are in positive psychotherapy, they are also in another approaches, for instance, in body psychotherapy. And this year, in September, also it's a European Congress on Body Psychotherapy in Ireland. And they submitted, some of them, they submitted their presentations, but 11 of them, they already paid their registrations for that Congress in Ireland, which is 280 euros early birth. So, and comparing with the positive psychotherapy, they are asking why is not mentioning, for instance, students category for the Congress, okay? Or in some Congresses also they are divided in the participants from the low countries, participants from the Eastern countries, something like that. And I said, I have no information, but we will have on the 3rd of March our meeting, and I will bring this issue for discussion. I know that it is not possible to change anything right now, but this is the current situation, how I can motivate our students from Kosovo to participate in this Congress.
Thank you very much, Enver. Thank you. So you want to say something to that, or shall I say something?
About why there are no discounted rates.
Or about the price in general, or whatsoever, then, yeah. Or shall I start and then you can continue? Or
yes, well, the price for members and non-members is a very reasonable one. I understand the questions about why aren't there any special student fees, but this has to do with the organizational cost of the Congress, and yes.
it is so, and it's a very important question, but you know, the idea that we try to make everything in the same hotel makes it a little bit more complex. Usually, when you go to conferences, and I really go to a lot of conferences, it's so you pay a registration fee, yeah, and that's it. And the rest you have to organize yourself. You sleep in a tent, in the car, in an apartment, hotel, or whatever you do then. And the food is also with you. So here it's the whole thing that we say that it's not only actually we made these two parts, but they are overlapping. So like in the past, we had like one package price, so you have to see this as one thing, because we have, you know, the food during the conference, then you have translations, you have other things. So it's a very complex thing. I see that with the price, but compared to international conferences, I know it's expensive, but to all the conferences I'm going this year, I have to pay more money, and I don't get even a glass of water. Yeah, I went to the World Congress of Psychiatry, 700 euro, not one water was there, for example. So anyhow, I see that thing. The thing with the student thing, we thought about that, but because we came down with the price already. Therefore, it looks like there is no reducement for the students. Like most members come from low or lower income countries. Therefore, it is already a reduced price. But I know psychologically, if you would do the categories, it would look better then, because everybody wants, like, to have a benefit or so. But here we came already with a reduced version then, yeah. I think everybody has to see how it's possible. For some people, it's not possible to come. For some people, it is possible to come. And I think people have to see how it is then. But as we said, it's a vacation plus a conference and the whole thing around this then and so on then, yeah, which is usually not like that. So that's what we did. And as I said, we took 8 months, yeah, to look at different places then, yeah, and so on then. And that was really the best thing we came up. You don't want to know the other prices which we found out there. So that's the thing. But as I said, not everybody will be able to attend. Therefore, it's only for 400, not for 3,000 members, the conference. But maybe some people can come, or they can be supported maybe by their colleagues or something like that then, yeah. Semra, please. Semra? Pehlivan?
I don't know. I have nothing to say because I brought this issue on behalf of students, But comparing, Hamid, when this is some kind of when you are looking in the web page, in one side is a registration fee, and another side is accommodation, And the people, when they are looking on the registration fee, then this is confusing, This shows very higher. If you will put only the package, the whole, then it's a little bit more flexible, and people will look on that because they will see that the prices are because of the hotel, not because of the Congress. But in this side, the Congress is much more expensive rather than the accommodation. And as I know, this is the first time that we have in a Congress so high registration fee. It was never in the past.
No, I fully agree with you. This was the 2 prices were done for technical purposes. I also would like more the package price then, and it's, I think, less confusing, but it is now as it is then, yeah, as you said then, yeah. Okay. Semra? Hello? Pehlivan? Oh, your microphone, Semra? Yeah.
Чува ли се? Милена, ще може ли да ми преведеш? Здравейте! Бих искала да изясня нещо много важно за нас, тъй като, както каза и Хамид, не всички говорим английски. И за нас е много трудно да присъствам във всяка зала, или поне там, където има превод. Сега ще вземем подкрепа от една професионална фирма, но това значи ли, че във всяка зала, където има воркшоп, презентации и всичко друго, ще има преводи от професионални преводачи, или ще е както в предишните конгреси, само на определени места ще се правят тези преводи. Благодаря, Милена, и благодаря на всички, които оказват помощ в организирането на тази конференция.
It's a good question. Of course, technically, you cannot have in all 100 rooms then translations, but what we have is in the morning will be plenary sessions where all are together. This is also something specific what we do usually to get people in the morning together. So there will be translation for all of us. When we go to the parallel workshops or so, then there will be only translation in some of the rooms, and this will be announced before that. So then you can choose to which you go or something like that. I mean, if not, you would need, I don't know, 50 translators then, yeah, or something like that. But the translators are the whole time with us. In the morning or the first part, plenary, they are with us. And in the afternoon, plenary, again, when we get together, there are also the translators. In the workshops between that, then there will be only a few rooms where there will be that. So then one has to choose, or you take the translator and put it in your room. Then this, you have to see how you do that then, yeah. That's
But you, Samra, have advantages because you understand several languages, so you can choose between several translators. So you have more options than others.
Katja, can you say with which translators we are expecting or planning at that moment?
Chinese, Bulgarian, Russian, Ukrainian, and others depending, for example, for Turkish, depending on the registered numbers of participants. If there will be 30 more, we will also invite the Turkish translator. But for 10, 15 people, it's not possible technically, unfortunately.
If you speak a language, get 30 people from your country, then you get a translator.
Yeah.
Zoe, anything you want to share with the people? Because I know you have to go now. Zoe, anything from your side or?
Yes, and I'm sorry for that. No, I just want to say once again that we are at your disposal at the email address that Katja shared with you for any questions regarding your registration, your travel arrangements, your bookings, everything, or your submissions.
Thank you, Zoe.
Thank you very much for having me with you.
Okay.
And I hope to see you all in Montenegro.
For sure, then, yeah. Thank you, Zoe. Bye-bye.
Thank
you
you
very much, then. Thank you, Zoe.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay, Katja, then I think it's a good time that you go, because people want to know, because this website registration is a little bit new thing. Maybe you can share this a little bit, some of the technical things then, huh? How to do that.
Yes. So let me very quickly go through the website. I will not stop on any point. I will just show you how it looks like and where you can find the most important information for you. So you probably already know the address of the Congress website. So it's not the WAPP's website. I mean, the official one, positive.org. It's a special website for Congress in Montenegro only, which is WAPP2026.org. So when you open it, you will see a lot of information. You can go through all these tabs and sub-tabs to learn more about program and everything. What I would like you to pay your attention more closely, first of all, this tab submissions. To answer the questions of Jeanette, the first sub-tab is thematic sections, which shows you the list of, just a second, it's uploading quite slowly. Yeah, it shows you the list of possible topics, areas, not exact topics, but areas where you can contribute by your presentation or workshop. This is like an orienteer, how to say, the topics, the broader topics you can consider, and which can inspire you to more specific topics you can submit. And this information, these thematic sections will be useful for you when you will submit your abstract. The system will ask you to provide the thematic section under which you would like to contribute. So first go here, read this section, choose yours. For example, you want to talk about child and youth positive psychotherapy or trauma healing. Just copy it for you, and when you submit an abstract, you can use this topic. So this is for your inspiration. And the second sub-tab here is guidelines and submission. Here you can find some useful information how to submit, what the information we will need from you to receive the abstract. And the important thing here is, just a second, here at the bottom, abstract example. When you click on this button, you can download the abstract template. I will open it now so you can see how it looks like. So you can download this document to your computer and see the example of abstract. And here you just it's closing. Again, and here you can put your title, information about yourself. This is just an example. Then to put your actual abstracts, key takeaways, like a results or conclusion of your presentation, references. Also, it's only an examples, and use this and save it on your computer. When we will go to the portal, I will show you where to upload this document with your abstract.
If I may just say something before Afrim speaks. You see, friends, the abstract, if you're not used to that, it looks first, oh God, I have now to write the whole page. But you saw we made it very short. It's half a page. And if you write a good and interesting abstract, more people will come to your lecture because there will be competition. It's also a fact there will be about 5 to 7, 8 parallel rooms. So if you write a nice abstract, more people come to your place. If it's a boring thing, nobody will come, maybe only your fans. Yeah, so therefore, I think you have to take a little bit of time, maybe on this weekend. I don't know, take maybe 1 hour. As Katja said, go through the list. You get already inspiration. Yeah, and nice would be if you bring things from your culture also. Yeah, I think that would be very interesting. How you apply positive psychotherapy also in your culture. Are there any specifics? And then you go through the list. And then you sit down with the abstract. It takes not so much time, but I think if you think about this, the nicer it is, the more people will come to your presentation. If not, then people will not come. Afrim, please.
So I have to go back a little bit about some practical things, which are, I think, very important. There are quite a significant number of the students who are interested to be part of this big event.
Yeah.
So being a their perspective is quite is very heavy burden regarding the expenses. Is it possible for the students or some other people whose material base is not the one whom I allow to be fully engaged in the facilities of the hotel to have the registration and then to book a very decent, budget-friendly apartment or whatever, because I know the area, they have a lot of opportunities for them to stay outside of the hotel, to share an apartment, and then to register directly to the Congress and be the active part of the Congress, not having any kind of engagement in the hotel. Because, you know, for those who are in the beginning of the life with limited resources, might be this kind of approach something which might open the door for the larger number of people to be part of the Congress.
Katja, I think there's nothing against that. No. Yeah, I think the hotel, of course, and the whole organizing would be nice if they stay there. But if someone says, I want to, I don't know, I stay at home, I have, especially Kosovo, because you have a lot of friends in Montenegro, then you stay somewhere, then you come just for the conference. That's possible then.
I mean, I know the area very well. There are a lot of apartments around, and in October they are very cheap. They can find something very budget friendly. They can be 5, 6 people in an apartment, and then they can register themselves directly into the Congress, be the part of the Congress without having the access to the facility of hotel. So
that's why the registration is splitted into these two amounts for this technical reason. Yeah,
it's kind of win-win situation. And the second question is very practical. Like difference between single and double room, it's 45 euro. It's 55 euro.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Difference between single and double room is 55 euro. But the difference between double and triple room is 115. So basically, it's better to have one single and one double rather than to have one triple room. So
we will go through the portal. Let me check when we will go through the registration. We can check the prices, because I don't have this in mind at this moment, but in a couple of minutes we will go and check the prices as well.
Katja, is kind of illogical thing, because if you have the triple bed,
If so, yes, but let us first check, because I don't remember exactly.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Afrin. Thank you.
Okay, so let me go back to this abstract submission if we are here, so I can show you first how to submit your abstract, because the deadline is soon, and then we will go to registration. So to submit the abstract, you go to the submission subtab and click on the very bottom to the button submission. Now you have to, let me delete this. Now you have to create your account if you don't have one. I don't have one, so I'm clicking here, create new account, and let me use, let's say, not official one, because I used already some. And I need to, sorry, it will take some time, but if to go exactly step by step, we need to do everything. And I will.
So we just enter our email address, right?
Email address, and now I'm making the password just for these test reasons.
Okay.
So I inserted email address and the password, and click on create new account. It is there. Welcome to the presentation portal. So I can update my contact information, go back. And let me go back and again to submit my abstract. Oh. Sorry. I need to create contact because I'm first time here. So I need to add my information. I'm Katerina. I'm inserting my contact information. I will try to do it as quickly as possible, just to not. You do it just once, and then it will be saved on your account, so you don't need to come back to it later.
Mobile, yeah.
But that's fine. Country, Ukraine, and okay. So all the fields with a star, with red star, you have to fulfill. Position is not obligatory, and we click submit. Okay, now we created our account, and new tabs appeared. You see, I can go to abstract submission tab now and to submit my abstracts. So here I need to insert my title. I will just write anything. I need then to choose the presentation type. It could be presentation for 30 minutes, spotlight talk for 15 minutes, or workshop. Let's say I want to bring spotlight talk. So I've inserted title, I inserted presentation tab, then I click to continue. Now I have to choose from the topics which you already saw when I showed you the thematic areas, thematic topics, the area where you want to contribute. For example, my particular title of the presentation will be about training and supervision in positive psychotherapy. So I choose these thematic sections and also click to continue. Here I add, if necessary, or edit something. I can add author here if I have another colleague who will be presenting with me. For example, I don't have one, only me, so I click to continue. And here I upload the template which I showed you, but let's imagine I already adjusted it, added my information, so I have the file, and for example, I uploaded it, WAPP abstract submission. Then continue. Here we need to indicate the presentation language. For example, I'm going to present in English. If you are going to present not in English, for example, Ukrainian, let's say, you have to choose. Would you provide the translation consecutive by your own, so some of your colleagues will help you with the translation into English, or you would not translate yourself and you want to deliver a lecture in your native English. If the first one, if you want to provide a consecutive translation by yourself, you check here. If you don't want to provide, you check here, I will present in my native language only and no English interpretation provided. So you can choose here between the options. If you choose the translators and if you know who would be your translator, you can indicate it here, the name of the translator, or you cannot indicate. It's up to you. Let's say I will present in English, so I will change it here. Then I don't need to check any boxes and here keywords also from my abstract keyword 1 and keyword 2. This is just an example, so that's why I'm writing like this, but you please write the right keywords. So when everything is filled here, you click continue, and that's it. This is the summary. You can check it, go back to all the areas, change everything you need, and click it. And if everything is okay, you continue and submit, or you can save as draft and go back later. For example, you submitted it today, but not sure is everything is correct. Tomorrow you check everything, go back to this portal and review the draft, and then submit the actual abstract. So if everything is okay, if you checked all the information, you just click the very last checkbox as you agreed to the terms and conditions, and click on this button submit. I will not do it now to not confuse our event organizers with my submission, but if you wish to submit, just click here and that's done. Again, you can save it as draft and go back to it later and then to submit when you will be ready. But before end of March, please.
So, Katya, Katya, it means if I sit down on my table and look at the different topics,
yes,
then I think a little bit, what do I want to write?
Yes.
What do I want to talk? So if I prepare that, then the submission took about 10 minutes, not more.
Yeah, even less. If you know the language, the title, keywords, and you have the file, it takes you even 3 minutes to do.
Okay.
So, but to be careful, of course, attentive, maybe up to 10 minutes. So that was about abstract submission. Again, you need to submit it before the end of March. You will receive a confirmation note no later than 15th of April. So you will have 2 more weeks if you wish to, if you didn't register before, to complete your registration to the Congress with early bird rate, with the lowest rate. Now, let me stop here. Do you have any questions about the abstract submission part? Because later I will go to the registration. Okay, if you will have them later, we can again go back. Something in the chat. No, it's different. Okay, so I go back to the website, and for registration to the Congress, I need to go to the registration tab. I'm clicking on it, and here I have different prices, but they apply for the period when you register. Now we are talking only about the early registration and about the and show you the difference if you're a WAPP member or non-WAPP member or for a company person. But if you, a small secret, if you click to any of this button, it will lead you to the same web page. So there is no difference which button you will click on. So we click on here, and again, here on the same registration portal. So I have already my account. I just created one. You saw it. So let me put my credentials here and log in. I hope it will work. Yes, it is. So you see, because I inserted my contact details before, they are already here. But if you didn't do it, if you didn't submit the abstract, you will need to fulfill this part, to write your first name, last name, title, position, profession, if you wish, organization, email addresses, country, these kind of things. Again, what is with red star is obligatory fields. All other fields are optional. The second part is emergency contact details. If you wish to add the emergency person, their email address, mobile phone, and name, you can do it here. If you wish to add your photo, which I advise you to do, it will be very helpful for us. You can upload it here. Just click on add and show the photo from the computer. You can do that. If you have special requirements, special service you need for disabled persons or something else, you can write and specify it here. If you require an invoice, you can choose it here, yes. If you don't need, please also specify this by no. For example, I don't need an invoice, but if you need that for your organization or for, by the way, if you need it for tax deduct, you maybe the how it's called, the receipt, the payment confirmation will be enough for you, and it will be provided to everyone who registered automatically. So you don't need to require special invoice. If you need a special invoice for your organization, then you choose here yes and provide the information for that invoice. So just for information, the confirmation of the payment you will receive anyway. Do you need invoice or not? You will receive that. But if you need a special one with VAT number, tax number, yes, and with organization name, then you indicate here invoice as yes. For example, I don't need an invoice, so I go further and click on next. Oh, I didn't write my address. Okay, let's go here. So now I'm ready to go further. Here I have just prices. I'm WAPP member and I'm registered at early period. So my price is 675 for registration part. You already know that amount. So I choose here WAPP member early because that's my case. I don't have discount code because we don't have one. If you have an accompanied person, you can also register it here by clicking on that tab. And by clicking on it, please add the title, first name and last name of your accompanied person's wife, husband, partner, friend, who is not a delegate of the Congress. This is an important thing. A company person, this is someone who is not attending the Congress. He or she is just accompany you during this period in the hotel, but it's not someone who is attending the Congress. If someone is attending the Congress and and you would like to share the room, he or she needs to register themselves separately as delegate. So just bear this in mind. A company person is not a delegate of the Congress. I don't have a company person. I will share my room with another delegate. So that's why I don't check this box here. I'm moving further and click on next. Here you will find general information about the accommodation, what is included, and what is the most important part here. Here you mark, do you need accommodation or not? If you would like to stay in the Congress Hotel Splendid for this price, 625 for these 5 nights, or if you wish, you can add more nights into that. Then, and if you wish to do it in a shared room with someone else, then, for example, it will be 2 of you, you and another colleague. You need to decide who one of you will pay for this accommodation. Unfortunately, technically, it's not possible to split the payment for the accommodation per person. You can pay only per room. So, for example, me and Stephanie will share the room, and we agreed before that I will pay for the room. Stephanie will give me her half of the price later. We will settle this. but I will be the one who will pay for the accommodation. In that case, I choose here dates, and we will go further with the room number. If we decided that Stephanie will do that, then I will choose here no accommodation required, and she will register and pay for the room later. So just decide with your colleague who will pay for accommodation, and another delegate who will not do that technically. Of course, you can share the price and settle with yourself, but technically who will do that? Just decide by yourself. I will pay my room in this registration, so I don't mark here this. And I need to choose check-in and check-out date. For example, I want to come at 11th of October and check out at 16th of October. I don't want extra nights. I don't want anything. I will be just during the Congress. So I choose these nights and click on search. Here you will find the options which are available. This is the price per room, not per person. For example, if you want to understand what will be the price per person, you just divide 1,250 to 2, and it will be 625 euros. If you will be single in a room, the difference is it's not true. The difference between double and single room per person is how much? 250 euros, not 55, 255 euros.
On the website of the Congress, the single room is 195. Double is
really? Here?
250, and triple is 365. So difference between single and that one, you can
per night.
Yes, I agree. I saw that.
So the difference between triple and double is much bigger than between double and single, which is not normal. Huh?
Let me.
Because difference between single and double is only 55. Difference between double and triple is 115.
But that's per room, not per person.
I understand.
So
but difference between single and double for the second person is 55. And the difference between double and triple for the third person is 115. So it's not something which is usual.
Okay, friends, we can check that, but the hotel prices have nothing to do with us. I mean, there's the ones which were presented. We can check that.
Understand. But there is kind of illogical difference in the pricing.
Let me explain. If you wish to stay in a single room, you will pay 195 euros per night. Okay. If you wish to stay in a double room, we will pay 125 euro per room. If you will stay in a triple room, you will pay 120 euros per night. So it will be 5 euros less than in double room per person. 195, 125, and 120. Because we divide to 3. Here we divide to 2, and here we divide to 3. That's why triple room is a little bit more cheap, double room a little bit more expensive, and single room the most expensive.
So basically those who are 3 of them, it's almost better to have one single and one double rather than 12 triple. This is the logic.
There is no big difference between double and triple, that's true, but there's a big difference between single and shared room.
It's fine. So, it's fine. It was like just kind of, I saw something which it looks illogical for me, it's fine. No problem.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So I want to share the room in the double option. So I book the room. And here you can check the information when you check in, when you check out, the price per day, the total amount. Again, this is the amount per room, so per 2 persons. And half of that amount you need to get from your colleague. But you decide who will do that. I need one room. I don't have, here you can identify if you have children, if you need connecting rooms, if you need a sea view, and here you can see how much does it cost. For example, if you need a sea view, it will cost 25 euros per night per room, not per person, per room, to have that. For example, I don't need anything from that. I don't have children. I don't need sea view. So I just leave it as it is. But if you wish, you can identify, mark it here. If I'm sharing the room, I choose the double one. So I have to click here that I'm sharing the room with another Congress delegate, because I don't have a company. I have another delegate. And here I write the name whom I will share the room with. For example, it will be my mother, Olga. So I can write her name here. In that case, I pay for room. And when she registers, she don't click the I need accommodation. She just registers for this 675 euros and don't do anything with the hotel. I hope this is understandable. If not, you can ask the questions later. So I will share the room with her and click on next. We're almost done here. So here you need to mark if you will be present and at some of our social events. You see, for example, we have welcome drink. It's free. It's included in the price, but the organizer just want to know if you will participate to organize accordingly. For example, I will participate, so I mark it here as checkbox. Yes. Farewell party or gala party at the very last evening. It's also included in the price, but again, organizers would like to know, will I be there to organize it properly? So they ask if I will be there, and I mark it that I will participate.
A small note here, it's also depending on your flight. So if your flight is earlier than the farewell party or later than the welcome drink, then you need to not click basically these options.
Yes, thank you. And it will help us to organize it better. If you need a Congress excursion, you can also add it here. You can decide it later. You can register now and decide on it later. Go back to your registration, same as with abstract submission. You have an account already. So you can anytime go to your registration and add children, at sea view, at excursions, at transfers. So you can decide these optional additional things later. For example, I don't know now if I want excursion announced or not, so I don't check here something. If I know already that I want to participate, I add this option here. Let's go next. Again, this is the excursion suggested for a company person, but I don't have a company person. So again, this is not for me. So I just skip it. Several options for company persons, but let me skip it because it's not my case. Here, they ask you if you need a book transfer. For example, I don't know yet the airport. I don't know if I need a transfer, if I have a friend who will pick me up, if I will go by bus. So I'm not sure about this part. So I don't choose it. If I want a transfer, I can do it right now. But let me skip it too. And go next. And that's the overview. Just check again if the information is correct. If you want to edit any part, you can click on edit at any section and go back and add anything you need or edit anything you need. Check the price. You see we have registration fee, which is 675, and we have the full price for 2 persons for room, which I will split later with my colleague. So yeah, that's everything identified. I will participate in all the events. I need to read these terms and conditions. Please read them as well. About the cancellations, it's possible till 11th of September, but only administrative fee will be charged if that. After 11th of
Katja,
September.
if I may just say some, friends, because I know, dear friends, we are living today in a not very stable world, unfortunately. So therefore, that's also one of these possibilities which is there. So it says so that really until 11th of September, which is 1 month before the Congress, in case your life situation changes, you can still really cancel your registration, and then you pay 10%, but 90% you get back. So I think that's a relatively fair thing also from the hotel and from the organizing thing then. So therefore it's better to register early, and then in case something happens, then it is as it is then, yeah.
In case of event cancellation from organizational part, all paid registration fees will be fully refunded. And here you have payment options, very wide range of payments, everything actually, you can pay with everything. And some more important information, please read it carefully before sign. And I read it before, so I can click on I agree and click on next. So this is the payment page, actually. You see here the full price, again, which is included for 2-person, the room. That's why it's so high. And 675 euros for the registration, which we discussed before. And for example, I want to pay by online credit card. I choose my type and click to proceed to checkout. Here I will not show you my card credentials, but when you fulfill all this information, that's just the usual one as you do on the website. Please choose the currency, because, for example, I have my card in hryvnias, so I can options. Just fulfill the information with your bank card and click pay at the very end, and you're done. So congratulations, you have registered to the Congress. You will receive the confirmation email with the payment confirmation details and this financial information. Thank you. So, questions?
Yeah. So I think, dear friends, if your English is not okay, find a neighbor, a child, someone who speaks a little bit English, and then you sit down together, and then you see. It's a little bit, it looks a lot, but it's quite logical, actually. And that's what, worldwide you have to do for congresses usually. But the good news is, because Artion is the conference organizer, whenever you have a question or you do something wrong, they will help you. You can write the email, sorry, I booked 5 rooms together, and I need only 1 or so. They will do that. So this is really, should be no problem, and so on then, yeah. And they're always there, really answering the emails, and so I think that's a great help, which we have then, and so on then. Wonderful.
I would like also to mention that there is a huge parking place in the hotel. So if you drive by car or by bus, even if you have organizing buses from, I know colleagues from Bulgaria or Romania is considering this, and Ukraine, so you can park your bus even there. So it's really possible. So you can consider this maybe more affordable and more comfortable to go.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Katja. Dear friends, this was a little bit what we wanted to share with you. I know it's a lot of information, but that's how it is. And from the book Oriental Stories from Nosat Pezeshkian, there's a story about the father and the donkey. I don't know if you remember that, where the father and the son go with the donkey, and first the father sits on the donkey, then the child sits on the donkey, then both sit on the donkey, and then nobody sits on the donkey. And the people always complain. So it reminds you of that. If you organize a congress for 300-400 people, everybody wants something else. Some want a cheap hotel. Some want, they say 4 stars. No, it must be 5 stars. The others say breakfast is enough. The other says food is the most important. The other wants great conference. So whatever you do, so we try to find a good solution, and I think it's a good package. And maybe a last thing, because some of you brought up the money issue, maybe why not that some of the trainers who of course have other possibilities than students, maybe support financially some of the students. Why not? Yeah, to say, okay, I will support you because I think it's for your development, it's professional development, it is important. It's like a, stipendium. What is it in English?
Scholarship.
Like a scholarship, huh? Like you assist someone, you say here, I give you 200 euros, I can give you, for example. So why not? It is I think in some countries it is usual. So that could be also an opportunity. Okay, friends, if there are no other questions, this will be taped, or it has been taped, so it will be put then online. You will be informed about that, so you can look again at that or send it to your colleagues. So we are hoping to see all of you in Montenegro, yeah, all of you in Montenegro, yeah, either at the beach or in the conference hall or lunchroom or where dancing or wheresoever. And please think about that to register already in March. And also to send your presentation. I know it takes some time, but it's good to really, I myself, I have registered, but I have not presented my abstract yet. So I will also sit at this weekend and think about that. And as Katja said, the list of the topics is a good inspiration. And then you say, this is exactly my topic. Then you just write, and then it's that. Any other question, please send us, write us, and so. Okay, Katja, then.
Yes, and if you have any organizational or technical questions about the website or registration, it's better to address it to Artion. Again, if you will forget about the contact email here on the website, the very last tab is contact. You can either write your request here, or you can copy paste this email, or you can even phone, wherever you wish. But please address any questions either to them or if they won't reply, write to us, of course. We will also redirect this.
Friends, maybe the last thing, as we told you, the last conference was 7 years ago. Usually we have every 3 years these congresses, but it shows in that world you never know how it goes. So therefore, use the opportunity, yeah, because I don't know when it's again possible to get so many people together. So I think it's a good opportunity in that then. Okay. So thank you very much for attending. Thank you for your patience. Katja, thank you very much. Thank you to the translators. So now at this weekend, we all have some work to do. Take care and see you hopefully in Montenegro. Bye-bye. Thank you. Good night.
Bye. Thank you. Thank you, our translators. Bye.